Hello, everyone. So today is the R4 showcase, rank 4 showcase for Angela. Um, we're going to start out with Realm of Legends because I think there's a requirement that you have to go into Realm of Legends. So in this first fight, we're going up against Winter Soldier. So there's nothing special about Winter Soldier here, and there's really not anything special about Angela here either, right? She's a rank 4, so she's going to do pretty well, but she's not going to beat CGR's time or by any means. Um, but because I have Odin on the team, um, as we get farther and farther into Realm of Legends, Angela is going to do more and more and more and more damage. And by the time we get to the end of it, I think you'll be really impressed. Not that you shouldn't be impressed with what she's doing here, right? She's critting more often than not, and she's doing 8 to 11k per medium attack, right? 7k, 5k, 8k, and you're seeing 3 out of 5 crits in each and every combo. And once we get to the end of this fight, once we get to the special 3, build up to the special 1, go back through it again, you're going to see some pretty nutty numbers here. This is a 5-hit combo that just did 130,000 damage. The non-crit was for 9,000. You saw a crit for 40k right at the end of that. So that's before you get the improved buff potency from Odin over the course of the rest of the quest. So now we're going to skip through the rest of Realm of Legends. By the way, she did Realm of Legends in about 16 minutes on my device, which is an Android device, so it's a little bit slower. But we're moving through Realm here. Scarlet Witch was definitely the worst fight, but I wanted to show you this Wolverine fight because she does have a bunch of debuffs that can reverse this with Despair. I almost want to go back through here and do it without Despair because I'm honestly pretty sure she can win this fight even without Despair on. So now we're doing 6k, 9k per hit, and you're seeing still, right? You're critting 4 out of 5 hits on these combos. But we're going to go through. And so when you're at 3 bars of power, you build up aptitude. When you're above 1 bar of power, you're going to get furies. So these are going to be increased potency furies as soon as we cross that bar into above 1 bar of power, below 2. So right now I have 2 furies hitting for 16k mediums or lights, I think. Now I have 2 furies and I'm about to get a third one. So there's my third fury. And you can just, I still had precisions on. That's a 22k medium, right? These are just crazy numbers for really anyone, but for a basic combo. That was a 39k hit at the end of that fight, right? So we'll skip ahead now. We'll go to Hulk. This is the last fight, and let's see how she does against Hulk, right? So it's going to be the same rotation. We're going to build to the special 3. The nice thing about building to the special 3 is you do some damage on the way up, you get some precisions. Once you get up to that special 3, you get those aptitudes on you. Once you have those aptitudes on you, they're going to increase the potency of your furies. But we're now at the end of this quest. So for every fight that our team has won, Odin is giving Angela's buffs an extra 5% potency. I don't know how many fights there are, but let's say there are like 12. That's 60% extra potency per fury, and she can stack up to 3 furies on her. So let's keep going. Not very interesting numbers below the special 1, but here we go, right? 16k, 25k, 25k, 16k. Throw the special 1. Now we have 2 furies. We'll get that third one back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That was a 12k non-crit. 50,000 on the last medium. That is a 162,000 damage 5-hit combo. I don't know what to say about that. Those would be good numbers off of a special, and that's just a basic 5-hit combo, and she can just put up those numbers. All right, so now we're going to dive into some boss fights, right? So we have the 6.3.6 Captain America Infinity War. I'm speeding this up because it's not that long a fight. It's like 3.5 minutes. but there's nothing interesting to learn here. It's actually going to be the exact same rotation I just did with a little bit of playing more passively. The way that she's going to get through this is by basically tanking 2 special 3s. She has a large enough health pool. Her armors are beefy enough. Her armors are powerful enough that she took like 30% damage. She also can heal throughout the fight. But I actually have Hyperion on the team here. And the reason is obvious, right? I felt like I could get one more extra rotation of an SP3 with Heimdall on the team. I have Heimdall on the team. But if I hadn't taken that block with the destructive feedback up, I wouldn't have even needed to do that. If I had not taken that hit on the block, Heimdall would never have kicked in. But you can see here, right, Angela's critting a ton because of those increased aptitude, increased potency precisions, and she's doing really good damage, 18k per hit on her basic attacks. Her special attacks are pretty much always garbage. No one uses Angela for her special attacks, except for that special 3. So speaking of the special 3, here we go with Darkhawk. This is a 7-4-1 Darkhawk. Basically, she has there's special connoisseur on this node and buff synthesis. So whenever you have a fury and you get a precision, you get a prowess. And as I just said, her specials are nothing special. Forgive the pun. But her special 3 does extra damage. It has increased attack rating per buff on you. And she has a ton of buffs. But then you can see that the node has given us, at this point, 11 permanent prowess buffs. So we're going to launch off this special 3. And this special 3 just absolutely wrecks Darkhawk. And you can see from watching this fight, I'm never dancing around his auto block because Angela is completely shutting down auto block. I'm just knocking him down, accepting that he's going to, quote, try to auto block. But he can't, right? He can't auto block Angela. And so all it takes is one more special, and this fight is over. Is she the right counter for that Darkhawk? No, she is not. However, it's just really fun to show off that special 3. So here we have Icarus. Icarus is a fun lane to show off just because you can get some crazy numbers. But we're 15 hits in, and Hela is down to 1%. But I really wanted to include this one because of the last hit. Here we go. Boom. 216,000 damage in one hit. Obviously a very contrived situation, but still very fun to show off. Okay, so this here is actually from a war, a tier 1 war that we had not too long ago. Actually, like, it was the most recent war. So in this one, I was at a baseball game, and I look up for just a second right here, and I got clipped. And Void is very punishing on this node. So he gets increased attack rating of 400% if you have a debuff on you. So you can see my life goes from like 90% to 14% so fast. He threw that special 2 just a second ago at 56%. I got 2 5-hit combos in and 1 special 3. And he went from 56% to 0% in effectively 10 seconds, which is, I mean, she saved my butt in that fight. But that special 3 did 56,000 damage in one hit. And that was like a real war, right? That's a tier 1 war that I screwed up and Angela saved me. I was 10% boosted in that fight. So here we go. Stacking power. So in stacking power, you get a fury every time you hit, and you get power every time you get a buff, and so she just gets a ton of power. This is just me showing off this giant special 3. So that special 3 did 341,000 damage. This is just me playing around with Angela here. All right, and this last fight that I'm going to leave you is, she may be the thing that gets me to actually complete Labyrinth of Legends. I have, I think, 2 paths left of Labyrinth of Legends. But I think she can do basically all of it unless there's a particular reason why then she doesn't work on a given node. But this fight, Labyrinth of Legends, Guillotine 2099, Aegon, right? CGR, Strife, all of these champions can do Labyrinth of Legends really, really well. But what she does is she just makes it, you don't have to think about it. There's nothing to think about with Angela. Maybe a little bit of power management, but other than that, you're just doing 5-hit combos. You're getting openings and you're slapping, but you're slapping for 10 to 30,000 damage on these basic combos, these basic hits. It's just really fun to watch. So I'll let this play out. But this is, like a 3-minute takedown of a Labyrinth of Legends boss. And as it said a second ago, I've done the first maybe 6 fights of Labyrinth of Legends all in a row. The only reason I'm showing this one is it's the fastest of them. So here we go. I'll let this play out, and you can bask in the glory that is Angela. Have a good one.